Hi everybody, it's Cheryl here. So today I'm going to do a look on myself. This is the first look using the new lights on myself. So I'm going to answer a few questions I've had asked of me though before I start a look today. So the first question is no, I am not selling anything other than myself. Now, if Smashbox contacts me and wants me to sell their stuff, then I'm all over that. Brand placement, that's where I really want to be. I want to show people that there's a broad horizon of brands out there that fit what they're trying to do. Secondly, I've also learned that Photoshop must have existed in the mid-1990s. This book I've had looked at by a few people now who know their stuff. These pictures, while they make sense logically, we don't end up looking like them. So A, they're models, but B, they're heavily shopped. I need to keep that in mind when doing the looks and not take it too hard when the looks don't come out looking exactly the same. I'm just going to go ahead and do a really easy look on myself today. So this will be our fifth look from Making Faces by Kevyn Aucoin. And the look I'm going to do on myself today is actually called Simplicity. Her skin is flawless. Her eyebrows are obviously coiffed. Everything is so flawless. So in order to achieve that flawlessness, you cannot just apply a little bit of eyeshadow and mascara. Let's be real. I am going to do some hacks to make a face seem a little bit more full when you're doing it simply than going and doing the whole foundation, concealer, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to contour, I'm not going to highlight. So this would be something that I would wear on a really quick day. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is put on some cover up. I'm going to use my NYX Gotcha Covered for my concealer under my eyes and anywhere else, like the whole thing that needs to be concealed. Okay, so I've got all my angry spots dark covered, so I'm just going to use a beauty blender to just blend that in. Okay, so I'm all blended. It's nowhere near as thick and as, you know, like as much on my face as there would normally be. So I'm gonna go ahead and just use a pressed powder. So when I look for a pressed powder, I look for something that's got good coverage, it doesn't look cakey, and something that I can wear on a daily basis. Like I say, it's so much easier to just put on a pressed powder and walk out the door than do an entire full face, especially when you're a parent. So I'm gonna use my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat, and I'm gonna use it in ivory because I am ivory right now. Okay, so once I have that applied, you can tell I'm pretty white, the lights too. I'm just gonna take just a blush brush and just go over my face quick, make sure there's nothing hanging around. So as you can still see my freckles and stuff, but it just gives me a non-oily face to kind of go out with for the day, something natural. So he doesn't have her eyebrows done at all. Obviously, that's not real. So I brushed on my eyebrows already, and for today's look, I'm just gonna go ahead and only use my NYX eyebrow marker, okay? And I'm just gonna give them a little bit of definition. So I'm just gonna go ahead and brush that through with just a spoolie, okay? So all he has is just a little bit of brown eyeshadow. So we're gonna look and see what's brown on me, but I am gonna apply a little bit of eyeshadow primer, just cause I'm not crazy. I don't have oily eyelids. I'm very lucky, but a lot of people do. And without eyeshadow primer, your eyelid makeup will just bleed into each other, okay? So, and then I'm just gonna take the lightest color out of my Smashbox palette, sand. I'm just gonna dust it over my eyelids, just to lock that in. Give me something fresh to work with. Okay, so he has us using a light brown. Nothing shimmery, nothing at all. So we're gonna pretend it's not November. And I'm going to use a color out of here called Almond, okay? It's the fourth color from the top. This is, again, my Smashbox Masterclass palette, Lighting Theory, okay? So I'm gonna use Almond, and he just has me going in on the crease and around and down into the bottom of the eye. And so that's exactly all that we are going to do. Okay, so we have that done. So I'm going to say right now that I am not a huge fan of this. I feel like it looks like I have two black eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my eyelashes. I'm I'm gonna go in. He has using a liquid cream blush. So in here, there is a liquid cream blush. It's called Luminous Pink. So I haven't used it yet. I'm going to attempt to use it today. And yes, I'm going to put it over top of powder. Let's see how that works out. So I'm just gonna take a little bit out, put it on my palette. I don't need much at all because again, this is Smashbox and their stuff goes a long way. So I'm gonna use my foundation brush again. And it's all going on there. He has you just applying it to the cheeks. And he wants it applied to the temples and the chin. Okay, so I'll go ahead and try this brush again just to try to blend that in a little bit. Okay, so that part of it's done. So I'm gonna go back in just with my my pressed powder just to try and fix up my eye a little so it doesn't look like somebody punched me. Okay, and the last thing that he has us doing on this, on the eyes, is just some mascara. So we're gonna do 2 coats. So while we're waiting for that top coat to dry, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna apply lip liner. So he says to just put on a flesh toned lip pencil. The one we used yesterday seemed pretty fleshy, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Normally I would never apply a lip pencil, I would just use some sort of a gloss balm, whatever. I find that if you're using this, leaving the house, you gotta bring this with you all day. So I would rather have something that can come and be a little bit easier to utilize. Okay, so we have applied lip liner all over our lips. So I'm gonna go in with this a second coat of Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara. Okay, so we have applied both coats of mascara. My lips feel dry. In this picture, her lips are not dry. They're balmy. So I'm gonna put a little bit of lip gloss on. But for future, like again, just wearing lip liner out all day is not a look. Okay, so this is the end of the look. This look is fairly uneven. This is not a look that I would probably ever do again. She is highlighted. She is perfectly coiffed. Her face is perfectly matte, perfectly everything. And this look for me, I pull the camera in, is not perfect. So when he says to use concealer sparingly and stuff like that, it's insane to think that you can look like that without doing a whole lot more. And we already added to this look pretty significantly. So anyways, I am happy I've done this look. I always thought this was a super pretty look in there. So please keep following me and we will keep getting into more and more, and I'll probably break from my book soon and start doing some of my own looks as well. So anyways, everybody have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.